Yo, what's up? It's been a minute. I've been busy with a lot of different things, work, family, getting sick. Definitely getting sick. But it comes with having little kids. Sorry about the noise. Running a little design in the background on the embroidery machine. My wife's just running the test before she does the final print. But getting back to this Epson. I gotta do a couple shirts tonight, but anybody who having problems with their white ink, printing blotchy or bad print head test, clean your suction cap station. I know it says it once, do it twice a week, because it cakes up with white ink. I'm about to open it up now so you can see it. I cleaned mine probably 3-4 days ago, and I can see that it's full again. Clean maintenance parts, suction cap, start. Y'all know the drill is gonna suck it in. Takes a minute. So, I don't know if you guys can see it, but if you see in there, it's quite a bit of white ink. Let me get a light so y'all can see a little better. So I don't know if you guys can see, but it's got a good amount of white ink in there, and it builds up and it can't suck it down. So the best thing to do, like I said, clean it out twice a week. Don't even wait for it to back up. You know, I've been seeing on some of like Facebook groups, people been having issues. They don't like the warranty process and stuff. When there's issues, you might be in an area where the guys can't get to you in a timely fashion. I just so happen to be lucky that they are like 2 hours away from where I live. So I'm happy about that. I am planning on buying like a huge sublimation set printer soon. So again, I'm gonna enjoy the benefits of them being close. So if that thing ever goes down, they already know where I live. And guys, any tips for growing the business, I much appreciate it, because me and my wife are trying to grow a business. We got small kids, and running and doing events is not always feasible for us. And you know, it's getting harder as they're in school. And realistically, we want to get the online side of things going, because it is it's taxing. My dad's been watching them. He recently got sick because of them, and it's going around and around. But let's clean this up. So as you know, get around it. I do the outside first. Get everything kind of cleaned up. It's not the big deal of it, but you want to get all that taken care of. This is where you really want to get the action going. Gotta order more swabs. on getting in here and getting this thing clean. It's not gonna be perfect, but I just needed enough to make sure it drains. Because you see, they dry up and leave pieces of white ink, and that's, in my opinion, what I think is damaging most people's suction caps. They should see that. Now I'm being a little rough. I ain't gonna lie. I work on cars, so, but not being that rough, in my opinion. I'll clean around this print head a little bit. Yeah, really don't get too dirty around the print head, but just want to make sure it's clean. You guys looked at the little bit after. A little bit of stuff still in there. I usually take just a little bit of the cleaning solution and let it run in there. Get the holes clean. I can't find the little tweezers that come with it, but generally put them in there and clean it out. But if you got one of the old small straws, it's small enough. If you take the cotton off, it's a little small enough. It's just, get in there and make sure. I don't really force it in there. I just make sure I can move anything that's stuck in there. As you see, I don't really make too much of a mess when I do this. Oh man. Yeah, let's make some shirts. And for anybody who sees this, it's gonna say all my color inks are low. They are, but they're not at the same time. And these are all the same color inks from day one. So for anybody who thinks you gotta buy a whole bunch of ink, the only thing we buying is white. Sucks, but it is what it is. That's the base. So I'm gonna run a head cleaning, and I just try to do an auto cleaning, but it says it's all good. But I'm gonna do just a light cleaning, all nozzles. And just remember, I got advice from Epson Tech when you are doing a head cleaning, a heavy head cleaning. After it's done, let it sit for like 30 minutes because the head warms up to clear out all the nozzles and stuff. And when it's cooling off, you need to let everything do what it's supposed to do so you get accurate. So if you try to run a head cleaning or run not a head cleaner, but a print head test or anything else after that, I guess it comes out inaccurate because it's still kind of warm. So while we're waiting on that to do a light cleaning, prep work, y'all know me. Get these shirts ready so I can press them and go. Turn this off. Waste no energy. So yeah, like I said, I've been out for a little bit. You know, I have another job. I took over another location. And it ain't the best, but I'm making do. You know, not everybody's on the same page. Not everybody wants to be better or do better. Some people like where they at. And if you're watching this video, you probably don't like where you at. And I'm not saying as in, you know, your life ain't bad. You just want better for you or everybody around you. And, you know, I had a viewer say I should be doing lives. Y'all let me know, because I'm debating doing it either lives on Instagram. I mean, not Instagram, on TikTok, or doing it on here. All right, so here we go. We got the print head test. It's all right. It's like 98%. I'm assuming it's not perfect because my maintenance liquid is low. Being cheap. You know, I ain't gonna lie, I'm being cheap. I got a brand new pack right here, but I want it to run out. But I'm also not trying to hurt the machine. Just check it, see where it's at. I mean, it's still enough. Like you guys can see it ain't empty, but it ain't full per se. I'm being cheap. I'm also gonna do a video on Kern DTF sheets. I got glitter and holographic ones. It's different. People like it. You know, texture's a little different. It's on more on the papery side, but you know, it is DTF, and it's also like a one press DTF. So you press it one time to get the effect. If you press it again, you lose the effect. You know, that's what I ran into because there weren't too many instructions on it, and I had to reach out to the vendor who sold it, and they gave me, you know, the ideal settings for this printer and everything, because they sell it by the sheets and they sell it by the rolls. So if you want to try something different, it is something to look into. You know, whether you're doing it on clothes or, you know, whatever, you know, whatever it can bond to, try it. Might just add a little bit something extra to what you're doing. Yeah, the glitter ones look pretty good. Man, I don't have a shirt here I could show you guys, but I'll do a video on it. Probably this week, or yeah, I'm off Thursday. I'll do it this week. You know, show you guys a couple shirts and designs. It's pretty, like I said, it's pretty cool for what it is. You know, just something to add to the arsenal. Like I said, any tips on growing, much appreciated, because I won't say we stagnant, but we've reached a point where traveling is not out of the ball game, but it's not also feasible for us because of our young kids. So we want to get more online recognition, whether we got to spend money on ads or whatever we got to do. You know, this is like doing these events. You got to spend thousands of dollars. I won't say thousands of dollars. Sometimes you spend up to $1,000 or more, depending on the size of the event and where you're traveling to make some money. You know, some vendors go out and spend $8,000 for a weekend between travel, employees, and everything else, but they They netting sometimes 5-6 figures in that 3-4 day weekend. It's big companies, you know, smaller people. I know some smaller people who go and do New York Comic Con, for example, and they making, you know, 40-50 grand, you know, in sales. So if their GP is right, they're making some bank. So for those of you that don't know, when your computer decides to restart in the middle of a print for no reason, you lose a shirt. Oh God. Why did it restart? I did not want it to restart. It just forced restart. Jeez, man, this is a waste of a shirt. Man, this is so annoying. That is one thing I don't like. If you are running a design and your computer shuts off, stops for whatever reason, printer goes, whoa, don't know what to do. I don't have a signal. Why would they not build a fail safe to at least complete the design? Now, can't wait till I open Garment Creator and see if I can at least continue the rest of the designs. Because at this point, this shirt is a waste. Epson, if you're watching this, please do an update where this thing, when it loads the design and you lose the computer, it can at least finish the one design that it's on and then freak out. All right, so finishing up the last of the shirts. Wasn't a lot tonight, but it's been a while. Like I said, I need to make a video, but I will be doing that current DTF. But again, thank you guys for watching. Like, subscribe, let me know what's up. I was doing a TikTok live, so really wasn't talking much, just letting it play. But I haven't done many at all, so I gotta meet the requirements so I can keep doing them. But again, thank you guys, and I'll see y'all later.